1910, the average American slept about 9 hours a night. But with the invention of the light bulb, TVs, iPhones, computers, and of course, Netflix and Amazon Prime, the lure for 24-hour-a-day fun or work, knowing somewhere in some time zone someone else is working while you indulge in sleep, the pull to neglect sleep has never been stronger.
Now this is a big one, because how many people here have stress in their life? We all do. So when we're not sleeping, our bodies and our minds are not able to recover from stress.
Sometimes we can feel the stress, but a lot of times we got so used to feeling stressed that it's become our new norm. And we're not even aware that we're under stress.
Stress stores in our bodies as tension. And we need to learn how to release that tension, because if you don't, it can manifest into disease.
We very unfrequently realize that it's actually stress and anxiety that's keeping us up.
When we don't get sleep, guess what happens? We get more stressed. And then we're on this vicious cycle of I'm stressed so I can't sleep. I don't sleep and then I'm more stressed. But sleep is not only critical to our health, it's also critical to our mental performance. Because when we don't get the sleep we need, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that's responsible for executive functioning, decision-making, reasoning, planning, and executing on those plans, diminishes. And without that part of the brain working, we make mistakes.
And very often, the quality of our lives comes down to the quality of our decisions. Would you guys agree? Learn to master your stress. Now notice how I said master, not manage. Managing stress isn't enough. We need to learn to become masters of our stress. And this happens when we understand what is causing us stress and we consistently apply a practice to release that stress.
We have to start by examining our current beliefs. Really important. Because the only way we change is if we have a strong enough reason to change.
How often are we not conscious of the energy that we bring into the room? Think about if you walked into a room with more certainty, with more clarity, and more confidence. What would you be able to achieve?
When you don't get the sleep you need, you wake up, you're groggy, you're a little irritable, you're hungry, and you're just not mentally there. You're showing up as a fraction of who you could.
When we don't get the sleep we need, our energy suffers. And without energy, we go for the sugar over the salad. We go for the TV over the treadmill. And that glass of wine quickly becomes the entire bottle.
But if you're doing that consistently, day in, week in, month in, it's going to affect your energy.
So today I'm here to help you guys get out of the stress triangle. Are you excited about this? Say yes. Are you excited to learn how to get out of the stress triangle? Say yes. All right.
Close your eyes, and I want you just to connect with your heart.
How many people have felt a little shift in their energy? Raise your hand. Okay, good. For those of you that didn't raise your hand, we're going to do something else. I'm serious. We go throughout our days worrying about things that never will happen. And the truth is, worrying is like praying for what you don't want. So start focusing on what you do want versus what you don't want, and watch how things change for you.
And if you truly connect with that, what happens is, whatever was causing you stress, it seems a lot smaller.
But don't just leave and not do anything different. Please, do not leave this room and just say, that guy was a nut. Because if you don't do anything different, nothing different will happen.
If you want to be the best in the world, you have to prioritize your sleep. You can not eat for 21 days. You can not work out for a lifetime, but try not sleeping for one night and then showing up the next day. you are not showing up the next day. And if you do show up, you're going to show up as a fraction of yourself. "27.5 years is the amount of years that we spend asleep." Most people, we all have a bedtime ritual. For a lot of us, it's watching Netflix or it's scrolling on our phone. And not only does this create hyperarousal and stress in our mind-body system, when we don't get the sleep we need during the night, we suffer during the day. Because it's during sleep that our immune systems activate. It's during sleep that our bodies repair and recover. Sleep also acts as emotional first aid because when we get the sleep we need, we're able to better express emotion. We're better able to interpret emotional events. Simply put, when we sleep well, we do better in our relationships. Sleep science actually proves when we shortchange our sleep, we shortchange our energy, our mental performance, and our health. Jeff Bezos was right. Sleep really is a secret to success because the ROI of sleep is positively compounded across every aspect of our lives, our health, our mental performance, and our relationships. My hope is that you now rethink sleep and rethink that all too common phrase of you snooze, you lose. Because when you snooze, you actually win. Thank you very much.